Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to do a video and I'm going to do a t-shirt. Now this video is for a friend of mine, Jungle Justin, and one of the things is that I call myself the dyslexic artist, and there's a reason, and that is because not always the letters sound right to me or do they come out proper. And when I work on something and I feel really good about something, and then I make something wrong, I can't seem to always get away from that idea that whatever I did wrong is much bigger than what I did right. And so that's exactly what happened in this video. And that's why I'm doing this little talk right now, because I lost my cool. And all it was Sue pointed out to me that I spelt jungle wrong. Now this is the other jungle I did, and it has an I in it. That's jungle-y. That's not jungle. Jungle. It's like this, or however I'm showing you, maybe it's backwards, I don't know, but with an E. So I went through the whole process of making a t-shirt. You will notice that I put an I in it, and that is completely wrong. So instead of realizing that I could fix it with a little bit of cutting and placing things, I got furious because everything flashes right back. That thing when you were young and somebody went, "You did it wrong, you did it wrong." Sue didn't do it like that. She just went, "Oh, jungly?" And that's all she did. And I was upset. Oh, didn't want to do videos anymore. I don't want to paint anymore. I don't want to do nothing anymore. And that's exactly how I acted, like a little 2-year-old kid. I'm 59 years old. You think that I could let that go. But it's just flashback of pains when I was young. And that being laughed at, you know, because you make mistakes. And kids, you know how they are. And then back in the day when I was a kid, adults weren't always as cool as they are now, or that they have to follow rules. So you can't let the little things make you crazy. So please watch the video, see the mistake, and then I'm going to correct it. I haven't even done that yet, but I know I can correct it. Because if I'm going to fail, I can also succeed. And that's the way we've got to do things sometimes. We have to fail, then we succeed. And sometimes even when we're succeeding, we fail a little bit. It's okay. All right? So, please watch the video. All right? Thank you. Enjoy your day. Okay, so what I've done is I've made a head or cut out a little stencil, and just going to trace that out because I'm going to use the vinyl, which adheres, and I cut it at the side of the piece of paper after I drew it, and yeah, it's bigger than the camera view, but that's just the way it happened. And then I'll add letters in underneath. So I think this is actually pretty cool. So all I got to do is do a little tracing, right? And make it nice and simple. Right? Don't go too crazy. A couple little bumps there, right? Big crocodile smile. There we are. And then we got the teeth. Whoops. Make sure you do the teeth. But what you're doing is you're cutting this out. So all I'm doing is just tracing around the image that I've already made. And then I'm going to do my lettering. And I'll cut that all out. And then I'm going to do the old spray of bleach. And what will happen is that it'll take away the color, and what will happen is you'll start to get this image, but the black will still be left behind. So there you are. Just got to put the eyes in, yeah, because crocodiles have eyes. So we'll get that popped in there, and that, and we'll line up that way. And I think the cutting skills will be where it's at, will be the most work. But there you are. So I've got my little ridges, right? And definitely got a good eye here. I like it. And that, make sure I just cut it enough size. So I'm just kind of fixing that up a little bit there. But I think that this will work quite nicely. And then, as I said, I'm going to put some lettering down. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to actually square off a little area underneath the image of the crocodilian, and that's where the first part of Jungle Justin is going to go. So we'll have that like this, and that, right, should work, and then we'll just put Justin underneath. But yeah, this kind of gives me enough space to work with, and balances it out so that I've got crocodile head, you know, a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side, and then I've got my letters centered, right? Because I'm really new at this, and it's letters, which scare the heck out of me, because this is, of course, that's why they call me the dyslexic artist. 1, 2, 5, 6. Oh, okay, so Justin is just as many letters. I didn't realize that. So, yeah, I think if I go like that, and go like that, and square it off, like I said, and then, and because you're writing on the thing, and I'm using a China marker, and so I can basically shape out my letters, and I shouldn't have too much of an issue. Should be pretty easy. All right. So really sorry about the lighting there, because this really shines back, and since I am new at this lighting stuff, I'm not always that good. Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I get it wrong. More wrong than right so far, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So, got the crocodile head ready to go, and like I said, I'm just going to start doing lettering. Okay, guys, so there you are, Jungle Justin, and then the crocodile head on top. Take a little bit of blade cutting. I'm not sure, maybe I should have put a little bit of a gap there. I think I might have to do that. So I might drop this down and leave the croc one direction with just a little bit more space, and then do the Jungle Justin. Yeah, because it kind of gives it a cool, yeah, I like that idea. All right, so cool. I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, so I've cut out the head, which I've got to be honest with you, if you ever do this, make sure that you do not videotape and cut at the same time, because if you were actually hearing me talk while I was cutting this out, it would be nothing but bleep, 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 bleep. It is not that easy. But again, maybe a sharper blade would have been better too, but you know what? We make mistakes. Okay, so another little problem, and so what I'm going to have to do is just kind of slightly design this a little bit better so that all the letters are attaching to each other to make a word, not these separate little letters. Otherwise I'm going to having to try to place them and make it nice in one direct line, so it's going to be too hard for that kind of a situation. So I definitely would suggest that you always make sure, if you're going to do lettering, to make it like a one combination situation. So, of course, I realized that even this isn't going to work out that way. So I'm going to have to play around and figure out how to make it so that all the letters kind of attach like the way I did crocodile. I had them kind of floating over each other. So it's going to be a little bit different. There we are. So you can see what I'm saying. So I've attached it so that all the letters are coming together, and then I'll cut it out that way, and it'll make it a lot easier for me to put onto the t-shirt because it's sticky. And then when I go to spray, it'll stay and make the letters look nice and everything. But having it side by side, I'd have to put little individual letters down, and that would just be difficult. So I'm not doing it that way. Well, finished. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was not that easy. That was a lot of work, and at least I switched up to this blade, which has more of a rounded situation, if you see there. And even though that's a new blade, it's no longer a sharp blade anymore. Anyways, that's done, and oh my gosh, there's a little piece right there. Well, okay, I'll have to go and do that. So now what we got here is exactly what I'm going to be doing, is sticking this vinyl onto the t-shirt, right? And once that's stuck on, then I can spray it, and then I'll get my laundry ready to throw it in there and that, because basically what you do is once you sprayed it and it starts to affect the t-shirt, as it fades, you want to throw it into cold water if you want to stop that fade. So it's up to you as to how long and how short you want it to go. But that's what's going to happen. All right, so that's the next step. All right, guys, here we go. So what I've done is I've laid this down onto the floor in the laundry room. And basically what I'm going to do is just a light spray. All right. If you notice that there is no vinyl lettering on the top part of Jungle, and that's because I messed that up. So I'm hoping that this will work. So there we are. And then what we do is we'll sit and wait and watch as it changes up. It's gonna be cool. So guys, you can actually see it changing, right? You see how it's getting lighter and that, right? So I'm gonna let that keep going the way it is. It was not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. It's a lot more work, and I actually messed up the jungle part, so I just used the white background. I'm really hoping that that's going to come out okay. Let's hope that we'll just cross our fingers. All right, so let's sit back and watch. Look at that, check it out. It's going to be cool. Yes, it better be. All right, our t-shirt is done. Jungle, Justin, not jungly, Justin. Done, perfect, excellent. I love it. So there you are. Finished my video, got the t-shirt right. I'm happy. And as I said, sometimes we make mistakes, but we don't blame anybody else. We realize that there's a problem, and I fixed the problem, but I also had to make sure that my lovely wife knows that I would not mad at her, and that we can't let those little things bug us. We gotta stop that kind of stuff for ourselves, right? And just like I said, you would think that all those years have passed by, that I would have learned a little bit of something. And I think I actually have, because I keep working at it all the time, every day. So, thank you for watching the video. Thanks for letting me have a little bit of a mood. But if you don't mind, could you subscribe? Also hit the bell for notification. And the big like, if you can do that, would make me very happy. So, have a good day. Keep on being cool, like a big bull moose. Ciao, guys.